Indiana in the Morning is presented by First Commonwealth Bank here on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And our interviews, as always, are brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And joining me on the phone right now is Katie Geiger of the Indiana Free Library. And Katie, thanks for joining us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me, Josh.
We've been talking about this, just hinting at it a little bit, but there are some new things going on at the library. For right now, I understand that there's going to be some new library cards being offered?
Yes, we're celebrating, not that everybody knows, but we're celebrating National Library Card Month. September is National Library Card Month, and it is a month when the kids are going back to school and people are thinking about that. But we have some new cards. People can upgrade to a plastic card, which is something that people have been asking for a couple of years, and we're upgrading to plastic cards from the paper cards. And we have a green regular card with owls, and then a gold VIP card for $5, and the plastic card for the green is $2. And we also have two designs for the kids, one with a rocket and one with a rainbow, and those are on our website, www.indianafreelibrary.org. So we think that's significant as a way of celebrating the month, but we also have the second part of that is that library cards are now available for all of the residents in Indiana County. Normally that's a $25 fee and beyond our service area, which is within the Indiana School District. But so for residents all around the county, they can come between now and the end of the year. We voted on that just through December, to be able to get a library card for free at this library, and it's good for 2 years. So we're hoping that people take advantage of that offer. It is there because of COVID, and we think a lot of people really need more resources, and if they're able to access, especially our digital resources from areas all around the county, we want to make those available. Mm-hmm. So that's been really important.
And of course,
so that's the first part.
Yeah, that's the big, and that's a big part too, because I'm always used to those manila paper library cards, those ones from the past.
And we've had people wear them out.
yeah. These ones sound like they don't wear out. They could,
right?
But just be sure you don't mix it up with another type of card that can be scanned at, say, a grocery store or something like that. Just be careful.
Well, we also have a key fob that comes with that. So if you want to just scan the key fob, that's possible. So,
all right.
And it may not be possible right now because we're still doing our grab-and-go service. We do have computers by appointment where people can come in for an hour and use the computers. But we also, because of COVID, partnered with a group called Kimber. And because of COVID, when libraries are closed and not available and people don't have access to the Internet, we put a hotspot at the front of our building so that people can get free Wi-Fi from our building down to 8th Street, which means the green space out in front of the courthouse with all those benches, the street parking, all of that now has free Wi-Fi. And because we also work towards workforce development, and we think that a lot of people around the county either are between jobs or on unemployment compensation, we have online instructor-led 6-week classes that they're skill building, and so people can get on there and use those and work into the next position wherever that's going to be. And we've also put a hotspot out at the Career Link building, so people can use that if they need free Wi-Fi. So there are more places around the county now that people can get access.
This is actually pretty timely because we just received this from the Pennsylvania Library Association that today is Virtual Legislative Day, which is focusing on making sure that the libraries across Pennsylvania continue to be funded as an essential support, especially during the pandemic. I'm reading this right off of the news release that we just received. So today,
thank you.
Today, I guess supporters are reaching out to state legislators. Have you been able to talk with any of the state legislators here about possibly making sure that the Indiana Free Library continues to be funded so that it can remain free?
I hope and plan to do that. However, Jim Strucy, our representative, is on the library board, so that is an easy way for me to get access
Yeah,
to
you've got his ear already.
legislators
Good.
for a conversation, yes.
Yeah, excellent. But
yeah.
another big accomplishment, and I think that the Indiana Free Library is happy to, I guess, hear about, was the fact that the building project is finally done.
Yes. Oh, we've completed that at the end of last year. And then, of course, this year we were launching into a really great season for 2020. Had lots of good programs and things developed for the year. And, of course, COVID hit and everything shut down. So we are working to make a comeback. But because libraries are a gathering place, we have to do that safely so that the virus isn't spread. And so that's been one of the stumbling blocks of the year, and we're hoping that as time goes on, we're going to work ourselves back to a better place. So we know that the community really needs the materials in the library. They're all available, but they have to call in or email for our grab-and-go service and then schedule a pickup time so that we're not able to have foot traffic coming in through the library or actual programs here. But all of our programs have gone online, so we have now 5 story times and book clubs through Zoom, and on our website we have recordings of various story times, and on YouTube actually. So we've gone online with all of our programming, and we did that pretty quickly after we closed, and then since that time we've been able to develop a lot of other programs that we're doing online. In fact, one of them is called Points of Culture.
I was going to ask you about that next. Yeah. I'm curious to find out what it is.
Yeah. I wanted to let you know we're going to be doing, it's kind of the same thing you're doing, but interviewing various people around the community who are involved in cultural activities, which seem to have somewhat gone underground during COVID. And I wanted to just kind of shout out and let people know that Carl Rakonen will be featured on October 13th in that session, so that if people are interested in fiddlers or fiddling or bluegrass music or anything like that in Indiana County and the history of that, he is just so knowledgeable, and I'm sure we'll do an awesome job with that. So we're doing a cultural series of people who are involved in music, arts, film, anything related to the cultural activities that have gone on in our community, really when we were fully operational last year. So that's what we're working on.
But just doing it in a virtual format rather than in person. How can people attend one of these sessions?
Well, there are instructions on our website. Some of them are on Facebook Live, and some of them are on Zoom. So the Zoom sessions, people will have to get in touch with us to get a link or find the link on our website. The Facebook Live sessions, of course, that's available for people who have a Facebook account. Not everybody does, so we're trying to push that out in other forms like YouTube.
Okay.
So when we do something on Facebook, it's also on YouTube.
You'd mentioned the fiddling expert coming up in October. Have there been other interviews already done that have been archived?
One that was canceled.
Oh, geez.
So we won't talk about that. But another one will be in the end of October. So we're trying to do about 2 a month. So, we have some others coming up.
So okay, and some of those topics are going to be?
One of them is arts in Indiana, and the people who are involved in various art projects in Indiana.
All right, excellent. And again, that can be found on the library's website then?
Yes.
IndianaFreeLibrary.org.
IndianaFreeLibrary.org, yes, thank you.
All right. Now, you'd also mentioned people can come to the library by appointment to access the computers, and this is actually vitally important because, as you said, people may be in between jobs and may need access to a computer to get the resources that they need.
Yes, and sometimes when people have to apply for a position, they have to do it online, which is very difficult if they've left a position where they had access to a computer and no longer have. So we do have that available. People can call in Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, make appointments during our grab-and-go times. So far, that's all we have. When those times are filled up and we to open up more days. We probably will open up Thursdays as well. But so far we haven't needed to do the overflow to another day.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good in that case. That means everybody who wants it or needs it is able to access those services. So that's pretty good.
Yes, and soon we're going to be piloting a Chromebook lending program so that people can borrow a Chromebook and use our free Wi-Fi at the front of the building and or take it home. Some people who don't have internet at home, that may not help them, so that's why the Wi-Fi is important.
That definitely is. And you said that Wi-Fi that signal is expanded kind of on your side of the 800 block then.
Yes, all the way down to the other, the end of 8th Street.
Yeah, so that is actually a pretty good idea to expand that out there. That way people who need it and can come down to the area and can access it and do so in a socially safe way.
Yes.
Excellent.
That is our goal, to keep people safe and still give access.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to make mention of, Kate, before we said goodbye today?
Just use your library and talk to your legislators about supporting libraries because it is the day to do that. That
is definitely true. Kate Geiger of the Indiana Free Library, thank you very much for joining us here on Indiana in the Morning. And we wish you and everybody over at the Indiana Free Library all the best. And again, have a wonderful day, huh?
Thanks, Josh, for helping us get the word out.
Thank you. Kate Geiger of the Indiana